Rey Mysterio is such a dad. Yes, I am. So Andrade beats the crap out of Humberto Carrillo, but our daddy, our savior Rey Mysterio decided to help. I'm not gonna stand for this. This is disrespectful to my familia, and Humberto could actually be my son. I'm gonna give him some milk. Like, honestly, what was that? Was that saliva? One thing that I really don't understand about Rey Mysterio is why is he talking in his own language? How does that make any sense in the middle of a promo to change your language?
No seas cabrón. Tú sabes que así no se arreglan las cosas. Haz las cosas como hombre, claramente.
Yeah. True.
Claramente.
What if I started talking in my own language? Žodžiu, suprantat, nesuprantat jūsų reikalas. Robo labai nuobodus ir turbūt vienintelis geras dalykas, kurį gavome, buvo RKO. Supratot ką nors? Turbūt ne.
And then, all of a sudden, the mood changed.
Welcome everybody to a brand new episode of Greatness of Raw. What a lame episode. Honestly, a very lame episode. I've heard that they actually recorded 2 episodes in a row. This episode and the Christmas episode, I assume. So, imagine sitting through these 2 shows after what we got. The only highlight was the RKO. And I honestly believe this was one of the worst Raw shows we saw in the last couple of months. They recorded 2 shows. That's a lot of 6-man tag team matches. I mean, yes, we got a #1 contenders Gauntlet match, and I absolutely appreciate that because the championship, well, means something right now. That was a complete waste of time. Yes, we are getting a championship match next week. Is it Andrade? Ricochet? None of these. The show kicks off with Seth Rollins. He takes the microphone and introduces the first 2 men who have chosen to live on the right side of history, the authors of pain. And he basically said that, you know what? Even though you may not agree with me, I'm still a fan favorite and I always do the right thing, so I'm doing it for the fans. Whatever, he basically said that he's a good guy and he and the audience have that connection. Now what's weird about this promo is that people actually cheered. Like, he was talking crap about Kevin Owens and how he's the, a better guy, but people actually supported Seth Rollins, and I'm like, did you not watch 2 months of Monday Night Raw? It's not Seth freaking Rollins anymore, it's Seth Rollins who's a douchebag right now and you're supposed to boo the guy. And he also promised that you're not gonna like what I'm going to do tonight, but please understand.
So let me say this in advance. For what we have to do tonight, I'm sorry.
It got me excited, but it wasn't as good as I expected. We got a TLC rematch, the Viking Raiders versus the OC. Like, seriously, this is the rematch you wanna have? That was possibly the least important match of TLC and the match that I cared about the least. I'm pretty sure most of you guys felt the same way. Now, this was a non-title match, so it didn't really matter. Now, in the middle of the match, I feel like the guy actually, well, shot himself. Dude, I cannot stand YouTube. He poopy pants. He shot himself. That's what I'm trying to say. There was a lot of brown. Or maybe it was makeup from Luke Gallows, I'm not quite sure. Could be poo-poo, could be not. I don't know. Anyway, surprisingly, the OC won the match. Doesn't matter, not really, but they are possibly getting that tag team title match next week. So, I guess it matters a little bit, but I don't really think that people care. We got Eric Rowan versus my favorite wrestler, Dante Leon. Surprisingly, Eric Rowan won the match. I was very disappointed. The last time I was this angry, you see how angry I am? You see how angry I am? When they suspended Primo, my favorite WWE wrestler. They suspended Primo. Now, I have an update. I knew that Primo is our angel. Primo would never do a bad thing. Primo could not hurt a fly. You understand what I'm talking about? So basically, he said that the only reason they suspended Primo is because he didn't travel back to US to take the test. So, I knew he would not do such things. Bobby Roode, I don't know about Bobby Roode, man. I don't trust the guy. Primo? Dude, we got this Lana and Bobby Lashley segment where basically Lana asked Bobby Lashley to propose and he basically said that he doesn't like when someone is, telling him what to do, except for her. So he ends up proposing, and she basically says that, well, it was just like we rehearsed. Of course, she said yes, and we are going to get wedding, the most ravishing wedding in the world. And it will happen on Lana Day. I wonder what's gonna happen. I would be so shocked, people. I would be honestly shocked if Rusev interfered. Maybe even jump out of the cake. Wow. Never happened before. I don't think it will. A wedding ending in chaos in the WWE? Nah. We got the Gauntlet match, of course. It started with R-Truth versus Akira Tozawa. R-Truth made the same joke he made back on SmackDown, that John Cena is his hero, except it was not as funny right now because we already heard about it. So we got the R-Truth versus Akira Tozawa, in which Akira wins the match. And then we got Akira Tozawa versus Ricochet, in which Ricochet ends up winning. Then we got Ricochet versus Matt Hardy, and Matt Hardy lost again. Seriously, dude? Anyway, then we got Ricochet versus Huberto. Huberto wins the match, and we were supposed to get Andrade versus Huberto, but no one wins because we got a brawl, and he decided to basically end Huberto's career, and then we got Rey Mysterio helping. So, yeah, that was a complete waste of time. Seth Rollins came out with the AOP, he had the pipe, of course the AOP beaten the crap out of Rey Mysterio, and Seth Rollins was basically passive aggressive, I feel like. He said that we didn't even want to fight, but this is a pipe that you gave to Kevin Owens, and we're here to just give it back. Rey Mysterio wanted to pick up the pipe, but he got beaten up again, and of course Seth Rollins is a liar, even though he said that he's not, and he gave him a curb stomp. I guess that was one of the highlights of the show, and Rey Mysterio accepted the challenge, so we are getting the United States title match next week. I don't even know if I want Seth Rollins to win. Seth Rollins is a heel right now, he's obviously a main eventer. Why couldn't we have him as the WWE champion if that's the case? Where is Brock Lesnar? We got Asuka versus Deonna Purrazzo. This is the first time I've seen her. Apparently she's from NXT. Kairi Sane left because I heard she was concussed. Anyway, this was a pretty cool match in which of course Asuka ended up winning the match. And then we got Becky Lynch talking about Asuka and saying that she wants to beat Asuka, and it's not even for the championship. She wants to prove to herself that she can beat Asuka, because if you remember, I believe at Royal Rumble, Asuka won against Becky Lynch fair and square. Well, that was unexpected, I guess. I thought that we're gonna get some Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair match again, because I blame you for losing and I blame you for losing, so I guess I'm happy it's a bit different than I thought. And of course, in the main event, we got Randy Orton versus AJ Styles. Big match on paper, wasn't really anything that special, nothing is on the line, so I don't know, man. These last episodes of 2019 just feel boring, feel like a bunch of fillers, and I get that. It's always like that. And of course, the highlight of the match was, AJ Styles going for the phenomenal forearm. Randy Orton wanted to do an RKO, but AJ Styles pranked him. Then he wanted to do the phenomenal forearm again, and he got RKO'd. Randy Orton won the match, got attacked by the OC. Viking Raiders came out to help Orton, but the OC ended up being on top. And that's how the show ended. If this episode was boring, imagine how the next episode is going to look like. A pre-taped episode of Raw. And the crowd is going to be either very bad or edited, which is even worse. And I do understand why the show was boring. You see, people, every good thing that happened at TLC was because of SmackDown. Daniel Bryan, Bray Wyatt, The Miz, the SmackDown Tag Team titles. Every good thing that happened on the show was because of SmackDown. Raw didn't really have anything that exciting. Even this whole Corbin and Roman Reigns thing is from SmackDown. But yeah, I would give it 4 out of 10. We got some cool wrestling, I guess, but it was a complete waste of time. Thank you for watching the video. Make sure to click that like button. Follow me on Instagram. And as always, the great one. Peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.